How far it goes, Seven? Man, it was right at the end. I was trying to. Hey! As soon as I hit that plant, I was like, oh shit! All right. Watch out! Watch out!
That's what I'm talking about. There we go, bro. There we go.
Welcome back to the channel. If this is your first time watching one of my videos, you just found the best place on YouTube for football gear and equipment reviews. Now in this video, we're going to be doing something a little bit different. Since many of us are stuck at home, I figured I'd make a video for you athletes and parents of athletes of 5 things that you can do at home to make yourself better at football. In my last video, I gave you 5 of my best in-home workouts to get better at football. In today's video, we're going to be taking a look at speed. If you're an athlete, you know football is all about speed and agility, and there's a ton of different workouts that you can do to help your speed, increase your acceleration, and help your agility. One of the many things that's not talked about is having the proper body mechanics to enable you to do the right drills to get that speed, acceleration, and agility that you're looking for. My guess is that if you've been stuck at home, you've probably been watching Netflix, playing Madden, playing Call of Duty, or playing Fortnite, which probably means you've been in a seated position for an extended period of time. Now, all of these things can kill your mobility, which are going to kill your speed. So in this video, I'm gonna show you 5 things that you can do at home to get fast and stay fast. Primarily, we're going to be focusing on the lower body. And before we start stretching, we definitely want to foam roll each of the muscle groups that we're going to be stretching out. 2 of the items that you'll need for this first step are a foam roller, in this case, a vibrating foam roller, and a tennis ball. And for those of you out there who have a percussion instrument, something like the Hyperice Hypervolt, you can use this as well and substitute it instead of the foam roller. Now, if you don't have either of these items, that is okay. You can always have someone help lightly massage each of these muscles. We're gonna start by rolling out our quads. Now, this is a muscle that's probably gonna be tight if you've been sitting down for an extended period of time. With all the muscles that you roll, you wanna make sure you're in a relaxed state and that you're not tensing up the muscle. Next, we're gonna foam roll our hips. To foam roll properly, you want to make sure you're going slowly until you find a knot, where you want to pause here for roughly 30 seconds. Next, we're going to move to the back side of the leg and really focus on rolling out our glutes. You want to lean over on one side of your glute muscle, putting your outside leg over the inside leg, and really slowly rolling, trying to find those knots. Next, we're going to move to our calves. And for your calves, you're going to utilize a tennis ball. If you don't have a tennis ball, you can find another small round object. If you have a lacrosse ball, that's going to be perfect. If you'd rather use a massage gun, this is going to work just as well. Same thing with the foam roll. You want to make sure your muscle is relaxed and not tense, and you're going to move the massage gun around slowly until you find those knots. Now that we're done foam rolling, it's time to start our stretches. A lot of you may be familiar with dynamic stretches. We're not going to be doing dynamic stretches today, mostly because you're not going to be doing a dynamic activity. In this activity, it's really focused for the in-home workout for you to maintain your mobility. So we're going to be focusing on static stretching. While you're cooped up at home, this is something that you can do 3 to 4 times a week. In our first stretch, we're going to be working on our calves. To start this stretch, get into a position where you're on all 4s. You want to make sure that your hands and wrists are right underneath your shoulders. From there, you're going to get into a push-up position. You're going to push your hips back, keeping your arms extended into the downward dog position. This is going to really stretch out your calves and work on some of your ankle mobility. The more you can push your hips back and the closer you can get your heels to the ground, the more stretch you're going to feel in your calf. For our next stretch, we're going to get into the lunge position. From the downward dog position, you're simply going to take one leg and push it to the outside of your extended arms. From here, I like to push on the inside of my knee to feel the stretch on both sides of my hip flexor. Again, for this exercise, you'll want to do 2 to 3 rounds of each leg and hold each stretch for 30 seconds. Now we're going to drop that knee. Make sure we're sitting back in the lunge, keeping your chest high and tilting your pelvis forward. You should feel this stretch in a slightly different part of your hip flexor. we'll take another look at this stretch from a different angle so you guys can see both sides and make sure you're performing it correctly. To get a deeper stretch, you can try moving your front foot a little bit forward. You still want to make sure your chest is high and that your pelvis is tilted forward. For our fourth stretch, you may want to get a pillow to cushion your knee. We're going to start this stretch in a lunge position, chest high, pelvis tilted forward, and then we're going to use our arm that's on the same side as the back leg and pull our ankle upward towards our glute. You should feel a deep stretch in your quads. Try to maintain a high chest and not lean forward to give yourself a great stretch. Having great mobility in your ankle, quad, and hips is really going to allow you to get the full range of motion while you're accelerating or sprinting. Our final stretch focuses on the hamstrings. From the lunge position, you're simply going to extend your front foot forward until your front leg is straight. Then you're going to lean down, reach towards your toes to give your hamstring a great stretch. Don't forget to do both sides 2 to 3 rounds, holding for 30 seconds each. So there you have it. Those are the 5 stretches. You can do them a number of different ways. You can focus on each individual stretch and then move to the next body part, or you can do all the body parts in a row and then repeat 4 to 5 times. If you liked this video and you helped it out, definitely give me a thumbs up, subscribe, share with your friends, and I'll see you guys next time.